So my wife Katrina and I have been in Gainesville for just over 5 years now. And when we were first in Gainesville, it was actually right at the start of our marriage. And we had tried countless amounts of churches. And there was some history there when it came to church with both of us, but particularly with me. I was especially burnt out on church and religion in general. Eventually, we just ended up giving up on trying to find a place that we wanted to go to. A lot of times we left feeling like we had to go, or that was nice, we went to church, checked it off the list, and but that doesn't last. It's not very sustainable. So we just stopped going, and that lasted for a couple of years. One morning, about 3 years ago, in January, I woke up and I was completely restless. And there was just something in my heart and in my life that made me just feel unsettled, like something was missing, and I immediately knew what it was. So I typed in church conference on Google, and the first thing that came up was a conference called Drive. And for some reason I felt this just overwhelming desire that I need to go to this conference. So when I came to Katrina and I said, I really feel that God is laying something on my heart. I want to pay several $100s to go to this conference for church leaders and pastors in Atlanta. Her first response is, but you don't even go to church. So I went to Atlanta to this conference, and I sat through the small sessions throughout the day, and just that feeling began to become overwhelming in my life that I wanted to be a part of what was going on at this church. So I called Katrina that night and I said, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I found a church. The bad news is it's in Atlanta and we have to move. Well, the next day I was sitting in a breakout session, and in this session they were talking about this thing called strategic partners. And so I got this map, and there was dots all over the United States of where the strategic partners were. And I noticed one over Gainesville, Florida. And I don't know, when I saw that, I can't explain how excited I was. I felt like everything I had been feeling the past month or so leading up to this conference finally made sense. Like, there was a reason that I was here, that God had me here, and this was it. I came to Anthem the next Sunday with Katrina, and we fell in love with not just the vision, but the church, with the people here, with the leadership. Finally found a church that we wake up on Sunday and we want to go, that we feel like when we don't go, we're missing out. And I've never experienced that before in my entire life until now, and that's why we go to Anthem. I'm Aaron Harden, and this is my Anthem.